Till what extent will augmented reality be in use by the end of the decade? What kind of modifications will augmented reality have, and will India use it in the military? So, what is augmented reality? First of all, we have to understand that augmented reality is different from virtual reality. Virtual reality is an immersive experience in which you shut out the real world and you get immersed in a fake make-believe world. So it's like those virtual reality headsets that you wear, in which you go into a different world altogether, a digital world, an electronic world, which is totally different from the real world. Augmented reality is certain visual aids, etc., that you wear, and they superimpose more information on the actual world. So maybe you wear certain kinds of glasses or whatever, and when you walk around, it tells you the name of every building, tells you the name of every street, it tells you the name of every individual is walking on the street, it tells you the make of every car and vehicle that's going on the street, etc. So that is augmented reality. You get more information just by wearing that particular device. So that is something that is slowly coming up. You had Google Glass, for example. Then you have these devices, these gaming devices. What is it called? Pokemon Go or something. I've never played it, but I'm aware of it. And so on. So it is definitely something that has a great deal of real world use. Yeah. And so it could be very much more advanced by the end of the decade. It may possibly be available to the common people out there, certain devices, certain kinds of glasses that you wear, which give you a great deal of information. So you don't have to ask for directions and so on. There is a possibility. So it's all about getting information in real time, which is superimposed on the world. So what kind of modifications will we have? We will have different kinds of wearable devices, perhaps audio devices, perhaps. The most extreme modification you can think of is neural chips like Neuralink, etc. Excuse me, implanted chips inside your brain itself, which will give you which may be linked to external devices, etc., and which may give you information in real time. So you don't have to wear something, and yet in your field of vision you see all this extra data. So if you have seen these various science fiction movies like Terminator, then you see that this guy is walking around the Terminator robot, and he's able to see information in real time superimposed on the view of the world. So that sort of thing could be possible if you have these implantable chips which are implanted into the brain. So that is one modification I can think of. So people are going to come up with all these different modifications and different uses of this very nascent technological field. It definitely has a great deal of use in the military. You have, for example, fighter pilots, helicopter pilots who wear these augmented reality helmets. And a helicopter pilot, for example, in the Apache attack helicopter or even the Indian light combat helicopter, they can target their weapons, they can target their guns and missiles just by turning their head, and wherever is the field of vision, wherever the center of vision in the augmented reality helmet, that is where the gun is going to fire or the missile is going to fire. So it makes it very easy to fire at a target just by looking there. That's it. And you also get various other information in the headset, in the helmet. So this is what fighter pilots are currently using, fighter pilots and helicopter pilots in combat situations. Soon you will have soldiers, infantry soldiers, etc., who will also use these things. So it will definitely be used in the military more and more. India is already using it, I think, in the light combat helicopter and also in the avionics suite of the light combat aircraft, the LCA Tejas. So it will definitely, the kind of use it has in the military will definitely it will become more and more complex, and it will become more and more an integral part of the military. So that is definitely something that is already happening. It's going to happen further.